Hey everyone, ServiceNow CEO Bill McDermott had some pretty surprising comments to say about the company's prospects. Given how artificial intelligence is hurting so many software as a service companies, it's refreshing to hear a software as a service company CEO sound so optimistic about the prospects of artificial intelligence and its business. So let's take a look at these latest comments.
I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.
All right, so the CEO saying we once again outperformed our guidance across all top line and profitability metrics. Subscription revenue was up 24% year over year, and that was 50 basis points above the high end of our guidance. So we gave you all expectations, the CEO was saying, of what we thought we were going to deliver in the quarter. We gave you a worst case scenario and a best case scenario, and what we actually delivered was even better than our best case scenario. So understandably, the CEO was excited about those results that came in better than expected. The operating profit margin was over 30%, and that was 150 basis points above our guidance. So both revenue and profitability above expectations from what the CEO thought was going to happen in the quarter. So ServiceNow saying it's strengthening its position as the AI platform for business transformation. Companies are leaning into generative AI as a powerful deflationary force to drive productivity. And this is the main benefit I see from generative AI initially is the cost improvements. Wages for some of these tech workers have increased meaningfully. And so if you can use large language models, generative AI to make some of these employees more productive, that's going to allow you to do more with less. So you can do more work with fewer people and increase the productivity per worker. And of course, that will increase what you're capable of performing as a business. So that's where the initial benefits from large language models and generative AI are coming from. Even though I've said this is just the beginning, we're going to see, in my opinion, much more valuable use cases for artificial intelligence. But initially, this use case already is driving enterprises worldwide to boost spending to capitalize on just this one use case. And there's more coming. There's more coming down the line. The CEO saying that this quarter they expanded their long-standing relationship with Microsoft to include new generative AI capabilities while also integrating the ServiceNow Assist AI and Copilot into employee experiences. And this isn't just a US phenomenon for ServiceNow. Their global footprint is booming. So it's not just in the US, it's worldwide. And they're seeing a vast expansion in their most important geographies. He goes on to explain that over the past 15 years, enterprise has experienced a massive decentralization of technology governance. As every department became an IT buyer, the result was too many systems, too many apps, low data quality, and high vulnerability to cybersecurity risk. And boy, can we all relate. If you've worked at an enterprise, you may be consuming several different services, several different apps, several different logins, several different passwords, several different cybersecurity situations. And so all of this has led to a significant decrease in productivity. Additionally, it creates low quality data because you have all of your data in several different silos that do not communicate with each other and cannot provide insights because one silo cannot communicate with the other silo. And so you have these disparate information systems that don't add value to the enterprise as a whole. So that's what's been happening at enterprises worldwide for the last 15 years is what the CEO is saying. Now, generative AI hopes to change all of that, hopes to bring it all back centralized, and thereby all of the systems can all communicate with each other and bring back insights to folks that are using these services, and thereby a more productive employee, a more productive business. So process optimization is the number one generative AI use case in the global economy today. Like I mentioned, software engineers are accepting 48% of text-to-code generation. What this means is that software engineers are prompting these large language models to give them code so that they can use it for whatever the case might be. And software engineers are now accepting 48% of that code that comes back. So roughly half they're accepting, they're saying, oh, this is good, we'll use this. The other half, they might say it's not, there's some errors, it's not good enough, it's missing something or something is incorrect. But half is accurate. And if you're like me and you don't know how to code, this can be a valuable tool for those that are, have a little bit of training in coding or non-coding professionals. You can now prompt these large language models to create the code for you. It can write that language for you. So that's a big use case, and many businesses are using this already. So that's why IDC estimates an $11 trillion impact from artificial intelligence in the next 3 years. 11 trillion impact. Now, this isn't AI spending. This is an impact of 11 trillion because there's direct use cases and then there's indirect use cases that creates even additional spending from a direct use case spending. So this is the overall impact of artificial intelligence. 11 trillion over the next 3 years, and I wouldn't be surprised if this grows much larger as the years progress and as new use cases come out in addition to what we're using artificial intelligence for today. So this is also why businesses will spend more than $500 billion on generative AI in 2027, according to IDC. $500 billion on generative AI. So these huge spending boosts are worldwide and they're increasing, and there's several years to run. It's not just the 2023 and 2024 thing. This is just the early stages of the explosion of artificial intelligence. And ServiceNow CEO Bill McDermott is optimistic how its company will benefit from the growth of businesses trying to optimize and automate their work process and become more productive, especially as the cost of labor wages, and salaries have exploded over the last 5 years. So it's a confluence of factors that's all working in ServiceNow's favor, helping businesses improve, optimize, automate, all of which is coming on the back of 5 years of soaring inflation, soaring wages, and coupled with the rising effectiveness of artificial intelligence, making the potential of each employee that much larger, really improves the prospects for ServiceNow. So I can understand why ServiceNow CEO sounds so optimistic about his business. Did you know that over 90% of the people that watch my channel are not subscribed? It'll really help support my channel if you hit that subscribe button. And oh, by the way, one of the benefits of being subscribed is that I take requests from subscribers more often than I do from non-subscribers. So if you prefer that benefit, please subscribe to the channel.